Hello, good morning children. Today in this video I am going to explain class 6 civics 5th chapter Panchayati Raj. Before this I will tell you, we know already in our India we have three levels of government. What are the three levels of government? One is central government, second state government, and the third at Panchayati Raj or village panchayat. So now you are going to learn about this Panchayati Raj. That means at the village level how the administration will be. In village, in rural, in village level, how the administration will be done. You are going to learn in this chapter. Let's see. What happens after people elect their representatives? How are decisions made? So the key elements of a democratic government you have learned. How the participation of the people by electing their representatives, and afterwards questioning, and if they are unhappy with the administration, means they can show their anger in different forms, strikes, dharnas, everything you have learned. Now in this chapter, what happens after the electing of their representatives and how are decisions made about the ruling, about the administration, the decisions, how they will be made. And let us look at how this takes place in rural areas, in rural village level, how this will happen. Now you are going to learn. Here we look at the Gram Sabha, which is a meeting where people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representatives. In Gram Sabha, here people will form in a meeting form, and they will ask their representatives directly, why you are not doing such things, why you are not providing some facilities, why you are not looking after, like these, all these questions. If they are facing any problems for the solution, they will ask their representatives directly. Let's say now they have given a picture also. See, this is a Gram Sabha. It's a special day today. Everyone's rushing to get to the Gram Sabha. As there was meeting today, there is a meeting today, all of them were rushed there to participate in the meeting. Do you know why? Because the Gram Sabha is holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. So this was the first meeting after the elections were over. So all were very interesting. What type of decisions they are going to make? Like that, everyone was curious. That's why all were eager to participate in that Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat. So they have given explanation also. The Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. So who will go there? All the adult members will go to Gram Panchayat. This could be only one village or a few villages. For every village there will be a panchayat. If they are small villages, means some few villages together can form a panchayat, one panchayat. In some states, as in the example above, a village meeting is held for each village. So village meeting they will conduct for every village, they will conduct a village meeting. Anyone who is 18 years old or more and who has the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. So the voters who cast their vote, they will be the members of the panchayat. Here who have the vote, the right to vote, who are 18 years or above. If a person completed 18 years or above, then he has the right to vote. The people of Hardas village are keen to find out what their new panchayat leaders have planned for the village. Here, this was the village panchayat of Hardas village, and these people, all these villagers, they were eagerly waiting for what the new panchayat have planned for their village. Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha meeting begins with the panchayat president, who is also called a Sarpanch. What is the other name for panchayat president? Sarpanch or panchayat president. Sarpanch or Panchayat President. We can say. So the meeting will be started by Sarpanch, the village Panchayat President will start the meeting. Presenting a plan on repairing the road that connects the village to the main highway. So Sarpanch started the meeting and he was started with the repair of the road which connects to the main road. The village road connects, the road which connects to the highway, main road, that road repair he started. About that road repairing, he started the topic. After this, the discussion moves to the subject of water and water shortages. So, afterwards, the second priority they have given. First one is road repair. Road repair. And the second one is water facility. Water shortage. Okay. Second priority they have given to water shortage. The villagers, what the problems they are facing and shortage of water, they have discussed. Next. A villager called Tizia begins the meeting by saying the water problem in Hardas has become very acute. So here Tizia, a person, okay, he started the meeting saying that it's became often that every time we are facing water problems. Water shortage often become acute. The hand pump water has gone well below the point up to which the ground has been drilled. So, underground water levels are gone down comparing to previous years. Who said this? Tizia. Okay, one villager. He said that. We hardly get any water in the taps. Underground water completely gone down. And we are getting only tap water. Women have to go to the Suru river, which is 3 kilometers away to get water. That's why everybody, they won't have taps, no? So, here, this Hardas village women, where they were going to Suru river, where it was 3 kilometers far to village. 3 kilometers far away to village. They were going to this Suru river. Why they were going? To fetch water. To fetch water. All the village women, they were going to Suru river, which was far of 3 kilometers to the village. One of the members suggests piping water from the Suru and making an overhead tank in the village to increase the supply. So, one villager suggested that to overcome this problem, why don't we construct a overhead tank and supply water to all the villagers. Like this, one person suggested to the Gram Sabha. But the others think that this will be expensive. See, from 3 kilometers keeping pipeline and supplying water from the river, it's an expensive. It was so much money they have to spend. So, when one suggested this idea, the second person said it was an expensive task. It's bitter, they feel, to deepen the hand pumps and clean the wells for this season. So at last, what they come to conclusion that first of all they have to deepen the wells. They will that means they will dig the wells more deep, and at the same time they will clean all the wells. Clean the wells, deepen the hand pumps and clean the wells for this year. This year we will do, because this piped overhead tank preparing and supplying water from the river, it was an expensive process. What they have come to a conclusion, they will deepen the bore wells and clean the wells, so that on the rainy season water can store well in the ground and at the same time in the wells also. Tizia says, this is not enough. We need to do something more permanent, as groundwater levels seem to be going down every year. So, Tizia was saying that only this solution is not enough for this year. We have to do something more, as the groundwater levels are going down and down every year, declining. We have to do something like that, Tizia said. we are using more water than is seeping into the ground. And here the usage of water usage of water is increasing, but the storing of water is very less. This is what we have to focus. This is what Tizia suggested. Another member, Anwar, then tells everyone that he has seen ways of conserving water and recharging it in a village in Maharashtra where he had once gone to visit his brother. So, here in the Gram Sabha, one villager, who was the villager Anwar, he suggested that he has seen in Maharashtra, when he has gone for his relative's house, his brother's house, then in Maharashtra he had observed that there is a water storage tank. It was called watershed development, and he had heard that the government gave money for this work. So he constructed, his brother there constructed water storage, underground water storage. Conserving water and recharging it in a village in Maharashtra. So collecting the groundwater. Soak pit, you know, na? Soak pit. That means digging one pit when the construction of the house and keeping 3 layers of stones, ash like that, some sand like that they will keep, and afterwards they will cover it. All the rainwater, wastewater will go to that pit. So that is water management. Rainwater, and at the same time wastewater management also we can do the same. And for this water management scheme, the government has given some amount. In his brother's village, people had planted trees, constructed check dams and tanks. So there, what he observed, Anwar, what he observed there, he has shared with the Gram Sabha, that they have planted so many trees in Maharashtra, and they kept check dams. On the rivers and canals they have kept check dams, and tanks also they constructed. Everyone thought this was an interesting idea, and the Gram Panchayat was asked to find out about it in detail. So what Anwar was saying, all of these people were very much interested and they want to study on those cases. And here they have given some more points about this village panchayat children. I will read out. See, every village panchayat is divided into wards, smaller areas. Here ward member, you have learnt, na? Ward member. Wards means small areas. For all these small areas, the members will be there, will be elected. They will be called as ward members. Ward members. Okay. Each ward elects a representative who is known as the ward member. Ward member. Other name, Panch. Panch. Ward member or Panch. Okay. Sarpanch or Village Panchayat President. Okay. These names you have to notice well. All the members of the Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch who is the Panchayat President. So all these ward members, they will elect a Sarpanch. He was also called as Panchayat President. The ward Panch and the Sarpanch form the Gram Panchayat. So these ward members and Sarpanch, they together form Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat is elected for 5 years. So their term, duration also, how long? 5 years. They will be elected for 5 years. Everywhere, in every government section, it will be 5 years. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. So, like Gram Sabha and for Gram Panchayat, there will be a secretary. Gram Panchayat secretary. This person is not an elected person, but is appointed by the government. So, here, ward members and sarpanch, they will be elected. Ward members will be elected by the people of the village, and sarpanch also at the same time by the people. But this secretary, he will not be elected by the people. He will be appointed by the government. So village secretary, panchayat secretary will be appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and keeping a record of the proceedings. So, it is the duty of the secretary. It is the duty of the secretary to call for meeting. Okay, Gram Panchayat duty, secretary duty to call for meeting, and at the same time to keep a record of all the proceedings, whatever, how often he used to conduct this Gram Sabha. In Gram Sabha, what the decisions were taken, what the people advised, everything he has to keep a record. So, this is the duty of the responsibility of the secretary. Okay. So, one more time, children, see. In every village, there will be wards. Wards means here small areas. And the people of those areas, they will elect their ward members. And Sarpanch and ward members together form Gram Panchayat. And there will be a secretary to look after the proceedings. Okay, and he will not elected by the people, but he will be appointed by the government. And the secretary will call for the meeting of Gram Sabha, and he has to look after the proceedings. He has to record the meetings. He has to keep a record of the proceedings of the Gram Sabha. Okay, so this was the lesson, children. I hope you understood the remaining part. Okay, I will explain you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.